Welcome back to Vigor. It's your boy, Stealth Jet, and I'm back in the mix. So I'm going to keep on with the PlayStation 2 original Xbox single player war game, interface going on. What I just said was I'm going to keep the objectives in the top right hand corner of the screen. I think that's a nice touch. I think it separates myself from anybody else who does, Vigor content. And according to my community, there isn't a lot of people. So if I can do anything that can branch myself out from everybody else, then this is what I'm going to do. And so with that being said, let's look at the pre-game lobby. If you're saying, it's not too bad, I agree with you. It's not. The only things you got to worry about are the L85, the VSS, and the two SVUs. And come to think of it, because I've been playing Eliminations more, that VZ52 rifle, that thing hurts. So if I get caught out in the open mid-range, then I'm pretty much a dead man. So, I spawn in front of the detector. Am I going to go for it? No. You want to know why I'm not going for it? Because look in the direction I'm looking at right now. You see that? I know somebody spawns to the right of me. Not so much to the left. The left is a bit further. The right spawn is a bit closer. And somebody uses the comm station immediately. Don't do what this guy does. So with the immediate threat dealt with, let's see what this guy has. My literal second favorite weapon in the game, a VSS. Until further notice, my objective is to loot and survive. That's my objective from here on out. Now I am near the train station. As we all know, the train station on Viktorsen station is easily top 3 deadliest spots in this game, because there's always somebody in there. And y'all know me, I err on the side of caution 70% of the time. And I say 70 because y'all see my recent plays, my recent videos, it's slowly going down. Slowly. And so I'm going to approach this thing with caution. Now I do hear the conversation, chiming in the distance. But that isn't the best of signs. Because this is literally like everybody's first stop on their map, if they spawn near here. But instead, I hear a gunshot. So we know that was a shotgun, because I only fired one time, and usually shotgun players, they'll fire one time, run up to the door, close the door, then reload. We don't hear a secondary gunshot, or shotgun blast. So either that guy has either killed somebody, or somebody with a suppressed weapon took them out. Remember, there are 2 SVUs in this game, and I already have the VSS, and we didn't hear that L85 once. I mean, we could have already, but I don't have the ears for that thing just yet. Need to play with it more in encounters, and if not, eliminations. So I'm moving forward here in the general direction of where I heard that shotgun blast. Ears on 100, just in case I hear anybody walking by. And, on my looting BS, as always, don't decide to loot the truck because nobody knows my position. Nobody. But then a detector goes off, so somebody's behind me. And I bet you they came from that group of buildings in the corner of the map. Little do I know, I'm actually right next to the barred house. I don't know it just yet, because I'm just looting. Right? And I check, don't say anything. Don't say anything. Walk back up this path right here. SVU. 3 shots. He only has 11 in his clip. That's an SVU. Did you hear that? That sounded like the rest of an SVU letting off its clip. And so, we got one person here And why else would they be camping, well not really camping, but overwatching the barred house unless they seen somebody walk in there? And sure enough, there's my assailant right there. Now, it's fierce, but you can't hear anything. So I'm gonna hush and let you listen. Why else would he run into the barred house like that? As somebody uses the detector once again. Why else would he run into the house like that after firing pretty much about 65 if not 70% of his clip? That blast you just heard, that silent blast you just heard, was him killing somebody. And look, we didn't hear any gunshots coming from inside the house either. So chances are, whoever's inside that house either has no weapon or a suppressed weapon. And so I'm going to position myself to get an ambush shot on this man. Because he's going to come out. Now, where do you think he's going to go? If I were him, I'll take an exit. So I would go in the direction I'm looking. But what this man is going to do, he's going to come out straight towards me. At this point, that man is now my HVT. I gotta take him out. I got to. Because now, he dropped a mortar strike on me, and then I missed my shots. So in order to redeem myself, I'm gonna have to kill him. And now this is where my main advantage comes in. He's seen me shoot at him, but he didn't see my body specifically. He just know that he got shot at from the trees. He broke off to relocate. I'm assuming he has a lot of stuff on him because why else would he break off? He should have came and killed me, but he didn't see me. But I didn't see him either. But like I said, here's my one key advantage. Sound. Look how I'm standing still. Now watch this. That was messy. That was very messy. And he did the right thing. As Ghosties number 1 would tell you, he tried to drop shot me. He did. But think, who has more damage? Or what weapon has more damage? An SVU or VSS? He hit me about, what, 4 times, if not 5? I only hit him 3. So even though he had a drop on me, no pun intended. Actually, I had a drop on him, but he dropped on me. I still killed him. Remember what I said about me having the advantage of sound? Think about it. Wouldn't you be heavy as heck if you looted the barred house and then somebody's body? That guy had 2 VSSs on him. No, not VSSs, SVUs on him. And what did I have? Just like 40% of a bag. This guy had a dead body and a barred house in his bag. I was going to hear him from a mile away. All I had to do was position myself and listen. Once I did that, I had to set up an ambush. Now, granted, I was trying to go for a headshot, which didn't work out. But the 2 bullets I put into him were all the bullets I needed to get a jump in terms of health, like battle. So that's how I came out of that one on top. You have to use sound to your advantage. And we all know how unforgiving snow is as well. So now that that engagement is over, I'm using my advantage of sound once again. I want to go for that airdrop. I want to go for that airdrop. But the fact of how, number 1, now I'm heavy. Number 2, we don't know who's here. And so that's why you see me just remaining still. Yes, I'm in the open. But usually players don't look around while they're moving. Usually. The really experienced players will turn their camera around like how I do whenever they're moving about from place to place. And especially if you remain still, players won't notice you either. They gotta take a double take at you. But as I'm getting closer and closer to this airdrop, and I don't hear or see anybody or anything, I'm getting anxious. I'm getting really anxious. Because we knew what happened last time on my PA-MD86 stress test. We know what happened last time. And those images are flashing in the back of my head. I'm not even going to lie to you. But then I hear that. Time's safe. And I look up at the barn too. Because I'm just like, okay, maybe the time safe is in the barn. Wouldn't that mean the guy who looted the time safe could have had all the reason in the world to still be in that barn? It's best to think for the worst and hope for the best in this situation right here. And you see, I'm trying to be as quiet as possible because we don't know where everybody is until somebody hits a detector. Now, I got about 10 seconds before he comes back over here, because right now he's checking his map. Actually, his map is already checked. Check the rail cars. Nobody's in them. Check this other rail car. You gotta be sure. You gotta be sure. I might die, but at least I checked. Nothing. Okay, now get the airdrop. Move. 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 Get it. Gone. We out of here. We out of here. Now, the battle is not over yet. I'm battling radiation and that guy who just hit a detector. And you see I'm looking back because I don't have that much stamina. I gotta cross a whole lot of obstacles before I can get to this exit. Notice how I'm not taking the exit that's at the end of those railroad tracks behind me. That'll be a death sentence. Yes, there's cover, but I'd rather run away and keep, space between me and him rather than him have line of sight on me because I'm crouched near an exit. Also, look, gas station, look at there. You're going to see him in a moment. He's still chasing me. You're going to see him, don't worry. And also, I'm going to keep running in this direction too, but keep my camera pointed behind me. Just so you can see, I'm not alone. You will think that, he's too far. And, yeah, I'm just going to go. But this guy has nothing to lose. He can chase after me going to the same exit. And to make matters worse, here comes radiation. Now, I do have 2 iodine pills on me. But you see what I'm doing right now? I'm putting my SVU on full auto. Because what I'm anticipating is for him to catch up to me. And don't worry, you're going to see him though. You're going to see him. You may have already seen him one time. but he's chasing after me. And I would zoom in for you, but that would distort the video, and I'm not trying to do that to you. Now, we're close to the exit. We're close. But you see, I'm worried. I am worried. I don't mind running into obstacles in front of me. I don't mind that. I'd rather know where he's at rather than me make progress to the exit. And you see right there, I'm just checking. But he's coming. Right here, he's not coming. You don't see him just yet. Actually, he might have. I don't know. But as I'm running, I come to an impasse. Should I take this way around? But then it hits me. Use the rock as some visual cover. If he doesn't see me, he can't shoot me. So keep the rock between myself and him. Make a second choice. Come around the right side of that path, and boom, he's right there. He sees me. But is it too late for him? Or is it too early for me? And as I'm running, the countdown begins. And crows go off. This man was 3 seconds behind me. He was a whole 3 seconds behind me. If I would have did anything else while carrying that airdrop, maybe try to loot some more, or take a different exit, or take a longer exit at that, he would have caught up to me. Because he had more stamina than I did. You wanna know how I know that? The airdrop is heavy, even if you don't make it overweight. And then again, I killed somebody, and I have the weight of their prey as well as my prey in my bag. So if I would have did anything different, there would have been a shootout. This could have been another until the end video, but I did not want to take that chance. I traded in a VSS for a SVU. I would be hella upset if I lost that encounter. But regardless, thanks to the presence of mind to run in the opposite direction of that detector and not take the longest route back to an exit like I'll usually do, I came out of there alive. And so, that was this encounter on the Verg Forest. Does this show that suppressed weapons are meta? Actually, I have no idea. They're probably not, honestly. But I want to show you this too. This is my new objective for, as long as the season goes on. No, not the knife plan. I have like 3 of those waiting for me. Not the crowns either. But this. You'll see why tomorrow. Actually, no, today. You'll see why today at 2 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You'll see why I want that mortar strike plan. But regardless, I'll see you then. Until next time, peace.